What is going on, people? Welcome to Throw Down Your Questions, episode 308. I'm your host, Tony Polanco, and tonight I'm joined by Emilio Lopez.
Sup, people? How's it going? Not on camera today. We'll see if we can fix it.
Carlos Romero.
Yo, yo, yo.
Brett Murdoch.
What's up, everybody? For the first time.
Adam Vale.
Sucker Free Sunday, Halloween edition.
Yeah, right. Tricks, man. No treats.
Yeah,
and Brian Manjoma.
What up, what up, what up?
What is going on, people? All right, by the way, no, we're not late because they died savings time. We're late because of some technical motherfucking difficulties, man. Holy shit. Holy shit.
And I'm just praying here something doesn't go wrong on my end.
Yeah, so you guys let us know how everything's looking, how everything's sounding, because we're streaming things a little different tonight. Just out of necessity, we need to get the show out there, you know. Yes.
There we go.
I think we're good now. I'm looking at it on my end. Looks good. Looking good. You know. What's going on, people? All right, let's get some things out of the way before we start. Next Gen November, man. Next Gen.
Oh,
November.
yeah.
Our latest contest, because we had the illest contest of all time, the greatest contest, the most spectacular contest where we give away a free.
To rule them all.
Yeah, the contest to end all contests. You know, we give away a free next gen console. We give away a free PS5 to You Should Know Me Too, aka These Nuts. He will be enjoying that. But we were like, yo, hold up, bro. We can't just leave it at that, man. We got to have more. You know, we got to go like maybe not bigger, but just as hard. So for the entire month of November, we're going to be giving away a free next-gen game every single Thursday on Throwdown, except for the last week of November. That's going to be on a Wednesday, you know? So we already got the contest up at Throwdown Show. Check out the pinned tweet. Oh, we keep it even simple. We're not even asking you shit this time. Just reply to it with hashtag TD next gen November. If you want to say something, go ahead, you know, and you'll be entered to win. Only got to do it once, people. You know, if you enter twice, we're gonna catch you, man. We're gonna catch you. We're gonna cast you into the fires of Mordor. We ain't taking that shit, you know.
Whoa! Family show. Take it.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's gonna be cool, man. We already got a bunch of people replying to it, so it should be a lot of fun, you know. But I'm gonna say this, just teasing right now. That still won't be the last giveaway we have this year, people. Still more coming. Say it right now. You know, I'm just saying. Here's a little clue, which is probably a kind of giveaway. There is a game we probably would have given out this month, which ain't coming out this month anymore. So we're giving it away next month.
We're giving free Costco coupons.
Oh, Costco for life.
I'm fucking drinking.
Yo, man.
Someone's dying, man.
Now some physical difficulties right now.
Jesus Christ, man! I wasn't even alcohol; it's just water, you know. Anyway, I'm still not fucking ready, man. This shit is crazy tonight.
Are we gonna? We're not gonna have the Chirons today because I'm running things on my end.
So. Oh yeah, that's right. I was getting ready with the fucking Chirons. I don't have to worry about that shit. All right, so let's fucking get into it, man. First question of the night, also our featured question of the night. Mr. Mob Hits. So his question is, rumors say that the PlayStation 5 has an unrevealed secret feature. What do you think it could be? Bro, let's stop the bullshit. Stop with the secret sauce nonsense.
Yo, man, what is this secret sauce stuff? Come on, guys.
Thank you for giving us an idea for the featured image, but this is bullshit, dude. This is complete, utter bullshit. We know everything about the console. We know everything about both of them. There's no secrets. That's it. It's all out there, you know?
Where would this rumor come from, by the way?
Some asshole, you know. The same place all these rumors come from. Some guy who's bored at home just throwing shit out there saying he has an insider and people believe in him because they want to believe him, you know. So I'm not even going to speculate. Oh, what could it be? Because it's so fucking ridiculous, you know. There you go, man. That's the secret sauce right there. Song, you know.
Yo, man, that's the secret sauce.
Yeah. Is it just me, or do you notice the OBS studio template? Like it's not. Yeah, well, it's different. I'm not the one streaming it tonight. It's Carlos. So
yeah,
different here.
This was literally not even last minute. This was last second, and I haven't haven't hosted the show in over a year, and yeah, things change between now and then. So it's not gonna be perfect, but
Yeah.
Gotta deal with it.
Oh, do you? Did you
Hey,
even,
like Adam North, right? Hashtag deal with it, man.
did we even give you the original the new intro and all that stuff?
I doubt it.
I
Oh,
have
so
no
you're-
clue what I just I just started whatever I
It's
had.
All right.
Listen, we were fucking late. We had to get this shit done,
Yeah.
But how's the sound, people? How's the sound? That's what I'm most worried about,
Yeah,
Mhm.
the only thing, running in and looking at it, the only thing is, Tony, you look kind of pixelated. When I went
Yeah, you do.
and I was like, ooh. It's like, this. I don't know if it's my end or your end, so I'm just gonna leave it like these the 6 bars here, the 6 little spaces. I think it looks more refined.
Yeah, hold on. Chris's message. He's not sure if I got his message. Like I did get his message. We were just having some fucking. The Titanic was sinking,
Yeah.
Let's move on to that next question. Of course, Mob Hits. I love you, but that first question is stupid.
Damn.
Yo, man, you can't do Mob Hits like that.
Yeah, no, I'm not dissing Mob Hits. I'm dissing the question, not Mob Hits. Understand? Because it's like, bro, like who is coming up with this nonsense? Anyway, moving on.
And then at the same time, it's like why is it there always has to be some sort of secret ability that these things have? I mean, to be honest, whatever ability that we've ever talked about with it is supposedly that fancy SSD controller that those guys got. So, but I mean, that's only just going to affect load times,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yo, by
All
the
right.
way,
Anyway, yeah. What's up?
I was talking about like I haven't configured things for a while. If you look at the stream on Twitch and you look at the bottom right,
Yeah.
there's the little space for the Google Hangouts, like where Tony was.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
This is
Oh
This is
wow!
OG
All right.
stuff. This was Google Hangout. No wonder it's
Wow, no wonder.
nice.
All right.
All right, let's move on because we got a lot of questions tonight, despite the technical difficulties. All right, next up we got Mr. Tumeke, NZ, New Zealand.
Yo.
His first question is: which next-gen console design path do you prefer? Evolution of existing design with Xbox's tried and true design focus on power, controls, UI, and backwards compatibility, or revolution with PlayStation's focus on high clocks and super fast I/O over power, new UI, and controller quote unquote gimmicks? So, what do you guys prefer? More of like, hey, let's make what we have better, or let's try something new? I don't even see PlayStation doing anything new except for the controller, though. To be honest.
I feel like
what I was thinking is like, but they're not really being innovative.
Yeah, I mean, neither of them are. Let's just be real, but no one's really revolutionizing things to that. Maybe the controller, but we haven't really gotten our hands on that yet, so we'll see about that. But nah, they're kind of both. Here's the thing, the only big difference I see is like PlayStation's focusing on giving you at least games that are only on PlayStation, whereas Xbox is like, hey, we got a bunch of old shit you could play on our system. So yeah, so it depends on which one of those you prefer. New games or old games. That's what it really comes down to. I like new games.
It's gonna be what it's about. I mean, that's about what it's about right now because Halo kind of flopped.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I think Halo flopping is giving them, the perception that they just have nothing to release because they don't have any of those big, system sellers, and it's kind of funny to round back on that after many years with the Switch. But yeah, man, you have to have a system seller. You can't just release a good machine.
Brett, you know what's funny? If you look at the actual packaging the Xbox comes in, the Xbox box, it has Halo Infinite all around it. That was supposed to be the showcase game. Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Yeah,
it is crazy. All right, what about the rest of you guys? Which approach do you prefer? Xboxes or PlayStations, at least for launch?
I go with Xbox only because then I can play all my old shit. And if we all know there's not going to be that many strong titles at launch, at least I can continue playing a lot of the shit that I was playing, or even some of the older games to see if they sped up a little better. Because I was hearing that other games, even with the Rockstar Table Tennis and some other ones, have almost no load time.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's. I mean, for me, that's something that's pretty cool. Especially, Xbox has a ton of freaking backwards compatibility to Xbox 360, and Xbox One. Yeah. But I don't know. Even though I still think that the launch lineups, both of them, are pretty weak.
They're
You
weak.
know, I still, Miles Morales, even though it's a PS4 game, and Demon Souls, which is a remake, is more enticing than when Microsoft is the games that Microsoft is pulling out at launch day. So yeah, so I guess that by de facto, I mean, I'm grasping at straws here, so I'm gonna have to go with that.
Yeah. Brian.
I don't know. It's again, I don't quite fully understand the question, really.
Well, it's how do I say this? There's a little bit faulty logic in there because the word revolution I don't think should be used because PlayStation's not really exactly revolutionizing anything, at least from what we see from the outside,
Well, the one thing about the one thing about revolutionizing things is changing this is also sometimes mean changing the standard. But as at this point in time, we realize that a lot of changing the standard also means a lot of work for people who actually make the game. So you kind of have to stay in the same line of things and kind of innovate in other locations besides the actual system architecture.
Yeah. All right.
So I mean, to be honest, for me, I would say go with the sort of Sony thing, where essentially take currently existing technology but add something additional to it to kind of give it a little bit of an extra something that might assist in helping it, but something that's not so foreign to developers that they can't utilize it.
Yeah.
But let's just be honest. Who's to say that most of the third-party guys aren't going to even use that controller? That
we have to see about that's the big question. That's the big question.
It's the same thing with the controller, with all the craziness that the controller can do. Okay, yeah, it can do all this other stuff, but is anybody besides PlayStation or Sony going to be even using this thing?
Yeah, to be honest, I think
we call that a gimmick.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's just going to be PlayStation. Well, that's why you said gimmick in the question. I think it's just going to be PlayStation games using it, which would help distinguish them, I guess, but that's not really saying much.
No.
Okay, well,
I think whatever. I think.
Hold on, but Brian, go ahead, Brian.
Go ahead.
Oh, I guess based on that, my answer would be just keep it simple. Stick to what's already there and just slightly improve it. Again, the Xbox way makes sense for me, and plus I like how they are respecting the games library and saying, "Hey, you can play all our Xbox games on the Xbox One or Xbox Series X." To me, it shows that they actually care about the legacy of the console. It's like, hey, you guys want to play our old games, so there you go, you can do that now. Like, oh, great. Can't really argue with that. Whereas, did Sony even confirm if the PS5 plays like PS1 and PS2 games?
No.
They didn't say any of those.
They
didn't say either one of those. So
we know we all know it doesn't.
No, it does. It's either going to be it's going to be 4. That's what it's going to be backward compatible to because the architecture matches up.
Yeah. All right, let's move on, man. All right. For anyone changing console ecosystems next generation, which system do you think offers the better initial package? Xbox and Game Pass, or PlayStation with the PS Plus collection and games coming to PS Plus like Bugsnax and Destruction All Stars? None of us are jumping consoles, are we?
I already own them,
no.
So I don't.
I already own everything, so I'm not jumping shit. And Brett, you're going to own both of them too, so you're not jumping either.
But he has an Xbox.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's not like it's new for him.
Yeah, hold on. Go ahead, Brett.
So yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to play most of my third-party games on Xbox this generation instead of PlayStation, but that's sheer power and but it's the Xbox on paper seems more powerful. I mean, I'll wait for the Game Foundry thing, but also there's a little bit to do with I appreciate the way that Xbox is treating their customer base right now a little bit more than PlayStation. So try and vote with my wallet when I can.
But it's not like you're foreign to the Xbox ecosystem. You know what it's all
about.
No,
I've had one every generation. This last generation, I kind of got one late and as a trade, so I was the least invested this last generation. So I'm a bit more invested than I was, but I've always had one.
So
I've always had
you're
all the systems.
you're the closest one to making sort of a jump because me and Adam don't really. We play all of them. Tony did 2 last generation. Manny's gonna stick on PlayStation probably. Brian is gonna stick in whatever world he lives in, and Chris. I don't know about no. Chris is gonna stay PlayStation at least at first, but he had Xbox this generation.
Yeah, he mostly played 360 last gen.
Mm-hmm. So,
But yeah, I'm not jumping. I'm already good where I am. You know, all of them, baby. You know.
Yeah,
I think I said this
to
before.
be
Right?
honest-
What I'm going to do is Xbox and PC Xbox and third parties on PC. PlayStation is for exclusives. That's what I'm doing this generation. Because I want them games looking crisp, man. You know, I know PS5 is powerful, but they're gonna look better on PC. Just saying.
If you get it to work. Oh,
Yeah, right.
Okay,
Yeah, it's funny. I could get games running on my PC just fine, but I can't get fucking OBS to work. Ain't that about a bitch?
No, but you said that whole thing with the Legion, how it wasn't optimized. There was nothing you could do about it. That was just the game.
The game was still playable though.
Yeah, but it's not optimized properly, so it didn't look as best.
Oh, that game did, but Adam, that's like that's a rare case, man. That's a rare case.
It happens.
Yeah, but it's a rare case. Not all the games. Most, like 99% of the games I play on PC are very well optimized. You know, the exception to the rule isn't the rule, as they say.
In general, Watch Dogs Legion is a kind of a hefty game.
Yeah,
you know,
it's burning up Xbox One, man.
But didn't you say that this is a known Ubisoft?
Ubisoft in general, but Ubisoft doesn't make every game on the planet, Adam. You know?
No, I know. I'm just saying what you said. That's all.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right. Ubisoft, you know, they need to do better on PC, but yeah, you know, like Doom Eternal, man, that shit runs like butter. You know, very well optimized.
Yeah. But yeah, Watch Dogs Legions is also a very hefty sort of game, even on PC.
Yeah, my PC.
On my PC.
Shout out to Digital Foundry, by the way.
Yeah, by the way, they finally did patch it, so it's a little better now. You know. What's going on in the chat, Carlos?
Oh, by the way, my they're telling me that they can only hear me on the left side of the channel, so I'm messing around with the settings. Hopefully, it changed. I can't listen back to it because people will hear it. So
yeah,
just let me know.
I mean. For now, I mean,
things as we're moving, people. Oh,
we hear you fine on our end.
Well, it's because Carlos. OBS is the one picking my mic, and
they're all saying you're good, Carlos. They're saying you're good.
Okay.
Good stuff. Good
Thanks
stuff.
For letting me know, guys.
Yeah. Again, guys, if you see anything or actually hear anything weird, can't really do anything about the visuals now. Just deal with it, you know. But if you hear anything weird, let us know. Let's move on, man. All right, GZDR. First question. The Microsoft, by the way, this is a question I wish Chris was here for because he actually knows this shit, you know, but we'll do our best. The Microsoft Bethesda deal is said to take another 1 to 2 years to finalize. Can anyone explain what is being looked into to finalize the deal and what happens if something goes wrong? That's a Chris question. I'm not even going to bother. I have absolutely no idea how to answer that.
Assume it's got to be all the other behind the scenes stuff, right? The accounts and payrolls and other assets, older assets. How far back do we go? Who owns what? Because I'm sure there's certain assets for certain technologies that are in their games that they don't own and they license. So they have to make sure they cover all those bases. So I gotta say, if they would have released, they did the Throwdown game, right, many years ago, and then they say, oh, you know what, Microsoft says, you know what, we have that. Okay, we're gonna put that on Game Pass. Wait a minute. We used this third-party company to make the textures for that, and we were licensing that. We don't own it. That license expired years ago. We haven't used that. So then now Microsoft has to go and reach out to that company and then work out some kind of new deal to get that done. Same thing goes for the audio. Remember what we saw with Alan Wake on Steam when that came out, and that license expired, so they had to pull the game down. Same thing. They got to contact to find out, do we have rights to release this old game on newer platforms? Because part of the deal may have just said only on 1, 2, and 3 platforms. So then they have to work those out. All that shit takes time. So that's
there's that portion of things, and there's also they probably have to go into both companies' finances. You know, they also have to check to see if usually when mergers and buyings happen, they have to also make sure that it's not considered wouldn't fall under what would be considered a monopoly. stuff like that. Even though it probably wouldn't be, but all of that stuff has to be looked through before they finalize anything. If you remember, if you remember for the Disney slash
20th Century
what was
Fox.
it? Yeah, 20th Century Fox. That took a while to officially happen.
Damian, what's going on, man? But yeah, again, if Chris was here, he'd go more detail. But yeah, there's a lot of little things, little minutia they probably have to iron out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Again, I'm gonna go to
that would be something. That would be something if the government says no, that can't happen.
Yeah, it could happen.
That would flip them over seriously.
It's not gonna happen, but it's always a possibility.
Yeah, I know.
It's a possibility.
There is a possibility.
It's not gonna happen though. But yeah, it's kind of funny to think about. All right, man. Moving on. Barnaby Juan. So his first question is, how long will it take until developers stop making games for PS4 and Xbox One? I'm going to say 2 to 3 years. That's how long it took for this generation to happen.
And I think that's about how much it took for 2 to 3, wasn't it? PlayStation 2 to 3?
Well, they didn't really have PlayStation 2 games on PlayStation 3.
No, but I mean, stop making multi-platform games.
Right.
I think that generation was long.
Yeah.
Especially
it lasted about 2 to 3 years into the
you know what?
PlayStation
Let's pull it back a little bit. Let's pull it back because I took the question as when are they going to stop making cross-gen games? Let's look at it literally. When are they going to stop making PS4 and Xbox One games? It could be 4 years. It could be a good 4 years, yeah.
Because the PS2 took forever to die.
Yeah. Like, I'm pretty sure they're still going to be putting fucking sports games on PS4 maybe until the end of the upcoming generation.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say about maybe 4 years for the majority of them to people go, you know what, fuck, we're not making any PS4 games.
Especially
maybe outliers here and there, but no, yeah. Go ahead.
But I also think it also depends directly on how many of the consoles for both consoles, how much of those consoles actually sold.
Yes,
right?
Because if they sell very well, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, then they'll probably something that's negligible compared to the amount that they have already out there. But they're not going to give up that money. They're not going to close up the door and just be like, nope, you can't have that.
Yeah. Yeah, it could even be 5 years. You never know, man.
Again, especially with so many people who actually already own the PlayStation 5. 4.
We can just use the history. How long did it take for PS2 to stop producing those games? Like how when we had 3. Did you notice? Because you guys were in that ecosystem. Did you see a big?
It took a long time. It took a long time.
It did. Well,
that's what I'm saying 4 years.
Oh,
because you remember, every single time one of those.
Hold on, Brian.
With the PS2, it was a long time because at one point they had a FIFA on PS2, PS3, and PS4. What the hell? They literally had the same FIFA game on 3 PlayStation consoles at the same time. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, so I don't think with the PS3, PS4, it'll be as long, but I think maybe 4 years makes sense to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with. What about the rest of you guys?
I agree with pretty much the consensus, except just a little caveat that first-party games probably in 2 years.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah, so
they said 5, didn't they?
Oh, they said 2 to 4. They're going to support PlayStation. They didn't say first parties though. They said they're going to support PlayStation 4 for another 2 to 4 years.
Yeah, so the FIFAs, the Maddens, all those I think are going to be on PS4 for the next 4 or 5 years. The Microsoft, the first party Microsoft games and the first party Sony games, they've been saying they're probably going to be cross platform or cross gen. Until maybe 2 years in the future, and I think both of them. Sony lied about it. They said they don't believe in generational exclusives, and they what is it? They do believe in generational exclusives, but obviously they don't because Horizon is going to be on it. And Miles Morales is going to be on it, on both of them.
Bloodborne's not, at least as far as we know right now.
Demon Souls, you mean?
Yeah. Yo, by the way, Kishak, the new Ratchet & Clank is not confirmed with PS5 only, bro.
Yeah,
That is
we
not
still
confirmed.
we'll see about that.
We'll see about that. Exactly.
And and Microsoft, the first couple of games, I mean, Game Pass kind of blurs the line with that because it's accessible in so many platforms now, and especially since it's going to be on a lot of mobile devices, it's a lot of them are going to be able to play the new games. So yeah, I think 2 years for first party games, especially for the Sony ones, and 4 to 5 years for third party, those yearly third party games for sure.
Yeah. Did Insomniac show me that tweet, man? I'm not trying to be an asshole. I really want to see that because I want Ratchet and Clank to be a PS5 exclusive, but I don't trust these motherfuckers right now, man.
I mean, if you told me that it was a PS5 exclusive, I kind of would believe you because that's one of the few games that Sony's shown that kind of utilizes the SSD in a way where it's like I don't see previous gens being able to replicate that, like the jumping in between worlds and stuff. That seems like a next gen feature. So yeah, I mean we'll see, but hopefully you're right.
Oh damn, he can't put the link in there because our bad, bro. Just tell us the website at least, and we could just find our way around. Again, I hope you're right because we need that game to be PS5 exclusive. Fuck all this cross-gen shit, It's a tweet. Okay, so it's a tweet from Insomniac, right? Carlos, you could probably dig around. Somebody can. All right, let's move on to the next question. Also from Barnaby Juan. Right. Since you need, let me finish the question, guys. I know somebody's going to jump in the middle of this shit. Since you need an expensive TV to take advantage of next-gen games, is it necessary to jump into next-gen right away? We've been saying this forever. No, you don't need to jump into next-gen right away. And no, you don't need an expensive TV right now.
No, you don't. You don't need any of that stuff. You could have yourself a nice 1080 screen, the same shit you were using on your previous generation. And if anything, it'll look pretty good, if you want. But if you really want,
the Series S is for.
Yeah, that's right. That's 100% right. Yeah.
Well, the Series S doesn't apparently in certain games doesn't even do what the big one does. Doesn't even do the ray tracing for some games. So yeah. But at least
that's the way it is for current gen too. So many games.
Well, no, I mean if Sony didn't release a new console and say that the all digital version doesn't do any of the shit that the other one does. The disc version.
That's not their fault. It's up to the publisher to do that. It's not it's up to Microsoft or Sony's fault for these. If certain games don't do it, Ark didn't do it, and that was on PS4, and that just could barely hit anything. So it's
Dark Souls isn't doing it. It's on PlayStation.
Yeah. Dark Souls is doing it.
Dark Souls is what
is not. It does not have ray tracing.
Demon Souls doesn't.
Demon Souls.
No, yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, Demon Souls on the PS5 does not have ray tracing. I sent Tony a link earlier this week.
Yeah, no, he's right.
Oh, really? Look at that. All right, then it's coming. Then it's coming to the last generation.
Yeah.
It's all up to the publishers and how.
Yeah, and Brett, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't they originally say it did have ray tracing?
Oh yeah.
It was a back pedal. It was a back pedal for sure.
By the way, just to go back to something Keshak was talking about, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. He's right. This happened like a few hours ago. So someone tweeted Insomniac. He's like, "Hey guys, I'm not sure if you've already announced this, but I was curious. Will Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart be coming to the PS4 as well as just the PS5?" And Insomniac Games responded, "It's a PS5 exclusive."
Oh shit! Look at that.
So that's
2 hours ago.
There you go.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, I'm gonna quote tweet that shit right now.
That's one of the first, then, right? To actually do that, because I feel like all the other ones they said are going to be on PS4.
Well, they've been usual mysterious Sony mysterious with everything, like there was no direct answer as to the dark as the Demon Souls one and a few other ones, and they sort of play mum when it comes to the other ones. Even though Sackboy, Miles Morales, and then I think whatever other ones is all on
Yeah,
PlayStation
Gonna
4.
have so
So it's
much
like
fun with that name Sackboy. Yo, you want to play that Sackboy?
with that sack boy.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's fucking
But, I mean, like,
delivering
it-
shit right there at
but-
him.
but even you're looking at those two games, you can pretty much play them on your previous consoles. And granted, they may not have some of the things on there, but even like a game like Miles Morales isn't always doing full on ray tracing. And in fact, even in their own video, even in one of their videos that they showed, that you can definitely tell that it's not doing it. So,
But what about bug snacks?
now bug snacks, now that is the high end of games. Realize
I got a
there's a
question for you.
whole new AI system on the
Does that game have a plot?
Adam,
Does that game have a plot?
I am gonna
Tell me you're
quote
just curious.
Yo, I'm gonna jump
Yeah,
into
I'm
next gen
just curious.
conversations and just be like, but what about bug snacks?
What about bug snacks?
Answer this question, man.
Good.
There was a question in a fake chat. Listen, and the guy asked, "Does bugs have a platinum?"
Wait,
Sure, it does.
does it?
It does.
I
Yeah.
don't know. Well, I mean, I think.
Listen,
it will.
Octodad had a platinum trophy.
Yeah, my
so,
name is Mayo has a platinum.
No, that is true. That bullshit.
so yeah.
The game of every
Yo,
generation.
man, you looking down on bug snacks, but try to get that platinum.
I'm not looking.
I bet it's hard.
A lot of big titles come out this year that did not have platinums, and we were baffled by it. We couldn't understand that. So,
What games were big titles that didn't have platinums?
yeah, it was one we were just talking about because Tony was like, "Fuck this shit." He was pissed that he was playing it and had no platinum. Hold on, I'll bring it up because it just came out. It was one of the new ones.
Mm-hmm. If it usually downloadable game, titles don't download titles don't have it.
My name is Mail was a download game in that.
Well, most I said. I didn't say all.
By the way, just quick correction: Octodad does not have a platinum.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay.
No, it's
Okay,
it's
so
a
then-
fucking little indie game. It's not gonna have a platinum, you know.
Sometimes they do.
It only, well, you know, we don't want to make those assumptions here. You know, it's only bronzes, no silvers. So silvers are nothing. Wow, look at that. No silver, no gold. Nope, just bronzes. Oh, there you go. Don't bother with that game then. Dude, Fall Guys alone are top games, but Fall Guys, come on, son. Fuck out of here with that
Man,
shit.
he loves Fall Guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna be an asshole now, man. I'm gonna jump into.
Oh yeah, look at that. All bronzes on Octodad.
Yeah,
Look
I'm
at
gonna
that.
jump into next gen conversations and just be like, "What about bug snacks?" Just fuck everything up. All right, man. Let's move on.
Bug Snacks trophies revealed. Exclusive.
Yeah, right. So yeah. Oh, here's the thing. You obviously will want to get a better TV eventually to take full advantage of these games, but wait until those games are actually out, because the games that are coming out now, there are very few and far between that are actually taking full advantage of the system. Very few of them. So I obviously, you know, I am a big advocate of getting a TV to fit your console. I do it all the time. But you don't need it right now, you know?
Yeah.
Well, again,
if you
Yeah. Hold on, Brett.
Go ahead, Brett.
Again, that's literally the entire angle of the Series S. Like, if you want a cheap thing to get you by for a while, you don't want to have to upgrade a bunch of stuff. You don't want to spend a bunch of money. Like, that's the reason it's there. That's its whole marketing angle. So you're not forced to buy it, but like, if the question is, should I bother spending the money upgrading? Like, you're talking a few $100, and most likely you'll get to the point where, you know, a few years down the road, if you do get a TV, you'll get one and throw this in the second room or something like that, somewhere where it doesn't have an HD TV. Or if you just don't want to spend money, like that's the whole point of this. The thing that a lot of people, I don't know if they understand, is the Series S runs just about as well as the Series X, but it doesn't do it in 4K. That's the big difference. So even like, you know, FPS a lot of times is the same between them. So don't just think it's like a, because I thought at first it was just a system that was cut off at the knees, but it turns out it's just pretty much not outputting at 4K and
Brett,
a shitload of.
It's cut off at the feet.
Does it run discs as well as the Series X?
No, you really concerned about that?
It was a joke.
Oh no, I know that was a joke back. Who the fuck cares anymore?
Oh,
just anyway.
He's like, motherfucker, you think I'm stupid?
Yeah.
Oh,
I couldn't really slap the shit out of you,
Yo,
man.
you stupid.
You
Irish
think I'm
style.
fucking stupid? He's like, you're like, well, you think I'm fucking stupid, Hans? I mean, I'm gonna say this for this. You know, you can always get a new television, and televisions are always going down. I mean, if you want to go jump into the new consoles, you can totally jump into new consoles, and they'll still look amazing on your 1080. And then down the line, because think about it this way: not every single bit of content is actually in 4K at this point in time. If you're for the most part, sports TV is the only thing that's in true 4K. And here's the kicker. Most content that's, you know, like we're talking about ultra K or whatever they're calling it. Not even content like the movie content isn't even done in that format. So like, you know, you do it when you can, but don't feel like you have to take advantage of things.
Yo, man, I mean, you can ask Tony how his experience is with 4K. The Newly initiative.
His life has changed.
Yeah, we may have a question about that later on.
So Tony, it was Resident Evil 4 that doesn't have a platinum.
Yeah, but the game's fucking old, bro. Who cares?
Not the old one.
Yeah, that's too, yo, man.
There was a bunch of other ones. No, there was a new one when they brought that one.
Yeah, that's kind of stupid. But it's like it's Resident Evil 4, bro.
yo, Adam said.
No,
Adam literally said
Journey
it's a game that came out like 2 months ago. We waited a fucking hour and he responded. I'm like, oh shit, what game is it? It's fucking Resident Evil 4.
No. That was one of them.
It's a recent game.
There was a recent one.
Oh man, yo. I needed that.
But we'll toss this in here real quick from GZDR. Do the Series X and S have the TV pass-through feature?
No.
There you go.
No.
So you cannot. So it's in the name. It's not all-in-one Xbox anymore. It's the Series.
Well, I mean, and also the death of the set-top box or the cable box is among us. So. No pun intended.
It's got all you need. You know, you can get your Netflixes and your Amazons. You can get like 1,000 different services and eventually equal up to a cable plan, right?
Yeah. HBO Max, Disney Plus, all those, Netflix. Netflix is raising their prices, by the way.
They already did.
They always do.
I resubscribe. It's $18 now.
Damn. I haven't been a Netflix sub in fucking years.
By the way, Adam, I got Plex on my TV. Just saying.
Damn, but that's fucking crazy. $18 because you know others are gonna follow. That's how it works.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, I know what you did. You went to the 4K plan.
Yeah.
Because Netflix has I'm like $18. No, it's not 18. It's 12. But if you want the 4K content, yeah, you got to pay $18.
Oh fucking yeah, I want the 4K content.
Okay, so there you go.
That's in 4K though. What's in 4K? Because that's the thing. A lot of the shows, that's when they first advertise. It's not in 4K.
I've been watching. I've been watching nature documentaries in 4K. Shit is crazy.
Oh, that's nature.
I have them on in the background while I'm working. You know.
When you click on a show, it'll tell you what resolution it is.
Yeah, it tells you. It tells you before you select on.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying. I was like, it depends on what you're watching. If there's something like some of these regular shows, they don't go that high.
Yeah.
Yo, man, Friends is not 4K.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sketch. Tony's out here hypnotized by the HD greatness as I am. Dude, I'm becoming a snob. You know, I'll get to it later. I'm becoming.
Yeah, you are a snob now.
No, I'm becoming a snob. Like I'm looking at these shows. I'm like, man, that shit ain't pure black, man. That shit is great. All right, man. Let's move on. What's the next question?
How's that motion flow doing for you?
Turn that shit off. Turn that shit off. Yo, did you guys see Hip Hop was asking me about it? I turned it on just for him. I was like, yeah, it's smooth. Turn that shit right back the fuck off. Fuck that shit. I do not.
You know,
this TV has like 6 different fucking features from like off. Fuck that. You know?
So I'm saying this, but it's funny because you're afraid to tell Hip Hop you turned off the motion flow, but yet in all pairs is like, nah, motherfucker, I turned that shit off.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: I didn't tell him I turned it off, but I did tell him I turned it on for him, so he should put 2 and 2 together. You know.
You're not wanting to disappoint people.
No, because I'm not trying to get my whole timeline filled with nonsense. You know how hip hop is. Remember when we went to Best Buy, Manny? Remember when you told me you said fuck motion flow? Man, he went off.
Oh man, he went into full wrestler mode. He did a promo on me. Belt formed out of nowhere and everything.
Just for you guys know, right? So there was this one time, this was after Comic-Con 2013, right? It was me and Manny were chilling with Torrance and hip hop, right? We were coming back from this party that we weren't able to attend because I couldn't go downstairs because they'd have an elevator, right? So we made our way, downtown. We eventually, or Midtown, and we eventually ended up at Best Buy. So we go down to the TV section, and hip hop. He sits down and because they had a sofa right in front of the TVs. He's mesmerized and she's like, oh my god. Now hip hop. He's the same guy no matter what, right? But when he's not on camera, he turns it down to an 8. And he's usually on 10. You guys see him on 10, right? Turn down to an
sometimes
8. Right?
11. Most of the time 11.
Yeah. So he's usually 8. Normal hip hop is an 8, maybe a 7, right? He's chilling, doing his thing, right? Man, he tells him, yo, I don't like motion flow. Hip hop.
I didn't say that. I said, man, I'm like, man, I don't know about that motion flow stuff. It makes everything look like a soap opera. And then that's when he goes.
So he was like, what? So he gets up. He jumped up to a 9, right? He jumped up to a 9. Torrance pulls out the iPad, start filming it. Full wrestler mode. Just went off. He's like, yo, hold on. You want to say this about motion flow? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, he just went crazy, man. Yeah, motion flow is the first thing I did when I got this TV. I went in there, turn all that shit off.
Yeah,
fuck that.
I wonder if that thing has a game mode.
Yeah. GCR, Tony, do you have to buy it? Yo, ask me these questions later, but we're going to get to that.
Yeah, we're getting into too much TV talk right now.
No, there is actually a question about that, but we'll get into it. Next up, Berserker Guts. Okay. Which issues do you expect to happen after the initial release of the next-gen systems that will have to be corrected when later versions of the consoles are released? An example, Red Ring of Death. So do we see anything like that happening with these systems?
Overheating?
Or something else,
Well, that's Red Ring of Death. That's overheating.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, overheating or any other issues that may have to be corrected in future iterations, because we both know they're going to make a PS5 Slim and they're going to make an Xbox Series X Slim, So what corrections do you think they may have to fix,
I don't think they will.
You don't think so?
I mean, it's minor small alterations, but it's always like, okay, take the OG PS4, right? Backwards compatible. The later versions weren't. Like,
PS4 was never backwards compatible.
PS3.
No, I'm not PS3. God, I'm getting old.
Okay, PS3. There you go.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry. I was thinking of the Fat Boy.
Yeah.
Like you run the risk because it's a balance, because they make the system more quote unquote cost effective to manufacture. It means that they're going to kind of start cheaping out in ways that they find where they can cut corners, but they're also going to solve problems that have been fixed before. The big thing I want to throw out there is the Red Ring of Death and Yellow Light of Death. Those were kind of exceptions to the rule. We haven't really seen consoles fail that dramatically since then.
No,
just because of we haven't because companies are paranoid of that happening again.
No, I mean, like on the PlayStation 2 and the original Xbox, even the Dreamcast, they've never had crazy issues like that.
No. That, like Brett said, have we seen anything afterwards? No, we haven't, because companies, I'm talking specifically Microsoft and Sony. Why do you think that these consoles are so gigantic right now? Because the heat sinks and all this shit are enormous. They don't want that to happen again. That thing fucked both of them up. But Brett, do you think there are any issues they may have to correct down the line, or do you think the consoles will not have any issues whatsoever?
I don't think that they're going to have any issues. If they do, I think it might be more Sony than Microsoft, just because it seems like they're already stressing the system a little bit in terms of overclocking it, and that shortens the lifespan of things. But I think they'll just do digital updates that dial in the speeds, things like that, as they find issues. So all the stuff that you can do, the little touches.
By the way, you're sounding low. By the way, dude.
Sorry. All the little things that they can do to optimize the computer, they're going to start to do through updates and whatnot. So if they're like, oh shit, the fan is running too hot and it's melting shit, they're just gonna make an update that dials things back and increases the fan speed, things like that. So they can remotely adjust this stuff, so I don't really see any critical failure parts. That being said, the solder is always a big deal. The fucking thing that they said in the GPU, the something silver, I forget. I'm pulling a blank on
Liquid
that, but yeah, liquid metal. There we go. The liquid metal that they use to seat the GPU or CPU. Just the normal stuff. But like you said, I don't think anybody's cheaping out on that stuff. So
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with that because think about this: PS4 and Xbox One, we didn't have any mass crazy defects with either of those. So I think we're probably gonna go down the same route with these systems. These companies, they don't want a repeat of last gen, with the red ring of death and all that shit. So I don't think we're gonna see anything big happen. To be honest, we're obviously gonna get slimmer consoles later, but I don't think we have to correct any major defects.
Here's the thing, though. I agree, especially with the defects thing. I mean, we don't even know like if there are any potential defects for these machines.
We don't,
hardware wise. That's if Sony and Microsoft knew about these, then they'd be delaying these consoles. But I think one thing that to take into account is, if we do follow the trend of going into these iterative consoles, like the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, what are they going to do? In particular, what is Microsoft going to do with the Series S and the Series X? Are they going to
discontinue them? I mean, they have done that before. They just discontinued the X, the One X.
But if they do,
like, for example, they said that was supposed to be a limited edition anyway, like a limited.
Did
series.
they? I don't remember them saying that.
It wasn't when he said it. When Phil said this isn't for everyone, not everyone needs to buy it. This is not their next.
Yeah, but he didn't say it was going to be a limited edition console. He didn't say that. Let's not put words in his mouth. Let's not put words in his mouth.
I have to because I'm pretty sure he said it.
No, he didn't. He didn't say that shit. Come on now. He did say it's not for everybody. He did say that, but he didn't say it was limited edition. But Carlos, go ahead. So you think so? You're wondering, can the S and the X coincide with the X2 and the S2? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. Like this generation, we're still not next. So this generation, we had the Xbox One and the Xbox One S and the Xbox One X. So the Xbox One S essentially replaced the Xbox One, and the Xbox One X was the sort of quote unquote the iterative console that had like the half step up. So whenever it comes to this generation, this upcoming generation, is the Series S going to get a step up and the Series X going to get a step up both at the same time? Or is the Series X going to be the baseline console and there's going to be a Series XX?
This is what I think is going to happen. It depends on which version sells the most, right? Like, let's just say for the sake of argument, the X ends up being the one that people buy by a wide margin. I think when the iteration comes, they're not going to bother with the S for the sake of argument, right? Because like nobody's buying the S anyway. Let's just make another version of the X. That's what I think is going to happen. Or vice versa. It could be the other way around, right? It could be like everybody's buying the S, so let's just make an all digital, powerful version of this console. Either way, I think both of them will probably just release one iterative console, not two iterative consoles. You know what I mean? Because I think we're going to get a clear winner, one way or the other. Either it's going to be the physical or digital. We're going to get a clear winner in 2 or 3 years. Like, okay, people are just buying. Even right now, obviously, you can't really count it too much, but even right now, the physical ones are outselling the digital ones by a huge margin. If that continues, they're not going to bother down that track, Well,
and also let's not forget that that there is a big discrepancy in the quantities of both.
Like, yeah, there is. That's also true, But I guess we'll have to see. And then, like, how much will the S hold back games? Because it's already the gimped console as it is, Like, is Microsoft willing to keep going, have that fucking ball and chain dragging them back? Or they could just be like, fuck it.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Like, I mean, we already said this. Like, the game can't even output like 4K, and there's some ray tracing issues and shit. So, to me, it seems like a pretty big ball and chain that's going to hold shit back.
I mean, we've heard one thing of like ray tracing, and honestly, I'm not sure how big a deal that's going to be. And they cut out ray tracing in PlayStation games as well, right? Like, and it can't output to 4K. It just depends on how long that matters to people. Again, it's I hate to kind of jump to Microsoft's defense, but like the performance reported is pretty much almost exactly on par. So yeah, you're just
Except for output,
slight...
though. Output is not the same.
Okay,
You
but
know?
the output's not the same, but the power difference, like in like benchmarks, like how it plays the game other than 4K, one's in 1080p, one's 4K, the performance difference you're going to see is about half the performance difference between the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. So it's not much.
I guess we'll have to see. You know,
half is a lot.
Yeah, half is. I think it's a little too exaggerated there. But
Half is a lot, but if you admit that half is a lot, then twice that much is more than a lot. And so you're saying that Xbox is way more powerful than PlayStation. So
we're not saying that at all. I'm not saying that at all.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. It's 2 teraflops, or like, let's say it's a 10% difference, right? Like if the difference between Xbox is 20% difference in power, right?
Between both
And
Xboxes.
What's
right?
that?
Between both Xboxes?
No, I'm talking about between Xbox and PlayStation.
Okay.
The power gap between the two Xboxes, performance-wise, when you take into account the 4K, is, from what I understand, about half the power gap between the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, also running games at 4K. See what I'm saying?
No, I don't. I'm lost as fuck right now. So, again, I'm not good with numbers. Please.
Let's use some imaginary numbers here,
yeah.
Okay? The power difference between the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, let's say, is 20%, right?
Okay.
So the Xbox Series X plays games, theoretically, this is a real number, nobody get their fucking panties to rip. The power difference between them when you play games is a 20% gap, right?
Okay.
Now, when you take that same game and you put it in 1080 instead of 4K and play both Xboxes by each other, the power gap is 10% difference. Not the actual power, but the perceived power gap, because it uses so much less to make a game not in 4K. So you're going to see gameplay-wise, as a consumer, other than output, you're not going to see a whole lot of difference. And if that little bit of difference does matter to you, that difference in gameplay is going to be a significantly larger gap between the Sony and Microsoft's mainline machines.
All right. Using the Brett numbers, you're telling me the S is 10% more powerful than the PS5?
No. Well, gameplay-wise, yes. Possibly.
Okay.
You're using weird math. You're using weird math on me. But
I'm gonna get off this. My head hurts. I don't understand what the fuck. So my head hurts. No. I don't want to go down to Reddit. My head fucking hurting right now. I was like trying to piece all this shit together. Oh.
Okay. Let me ask you this way.
Okay.
Do you think the Series S is not going to be able to run at 60 frames per second? I
have no idea. I don't know.
They can both run at 60 frames per second. One just output's different. It's not handicapped, is what I'm trying to tell you. In output it is, but in terms of performance, end user performance, it's not going to be. There's going to be very little gap. Was the entire point I was trying to make.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. Anyway, where the hell are we?
The wheels, the little hamsters in your head.
We're at 5%.
I'm fucking lost, man. But again, I'm not good. I'm a writer for a reason, people. I don't know math. All right. Next up, Mr. Lego Bro. Oh, here we go, people. Here we go.
Lego.
Are any of you buying a new 4K TV for the new consoles that are coming next week? Hey, oh, by the way, I'm not gonna buy one. I already did, baby. Me and Carlos, we got the same joint.
But you did it, so you did do it.
I did do it, but I'm not going to. I already did. That's the point.
Adam, why are you saying it's so surprised, though? You knew this.
What? I know. I'm just saying I don't see how this is considered as a no-no. He still did with
what is a no-no?
Windows saying no, I won't do that. But you did do it. So
no,
you did.
Adam, you're missing the joke. You're missing the joke.
I'm not a good joker. I'm the most unfunny guy on this show. So you know.
Yeah. So yeah, Carlos and I actually got the LG what was it, GX, right?
CX.
Yeah. CX OLED. You got the 65, right, Carlos?
No, I got 55.
Okay, so we got the same fucking TV.
Same exact TV.
Yeah, and dude, like Carlos said, like Tony, every 2 to 3 years you have a revelation. I have a revelation, people. HDR, holy fucking shit!
Makes a difference.
It really does, bro. Holy fuck! Like I can't go back now, man.
Have you plugged your console into it and played
Yeah,
games?
dude, Adam, I plugged my PlayStation, my PC. Holy fuck!
The one game that you will notice instant difference is playing Uncharted 4. If you do that mission where
Well, I already
the
did.
lightning-
I already did it. The lightning. I did it with Ghost of Tsushima, Spider-Man. What else?
2 has a really cool
Division. I
effect.
did it with the Division. I did it with Destiny. And you turn it on, you're like, fuck. And then when you play it on PC, Watch Dogs, what Legion looks a lot better like that. Doom Eternal. Dude, HDR, man. HDR.
HDR10.
Yeah, HDR10, exactly. And that's the funny thing. Division even tells you, like, yo, HDR10. I'm like, yes, sir.
Yeah.
You know? It's fucking dope, man. And here's the thing. I'm still not fully taking advantage of this shit because I don't have HDMI 2.1 games yet, you know, that use that shit. So imagine that, because my TV can, you know, go up to 120 frames a second, but not at the moment, you know, with games. It's fucking legit, man. I'm loving it. What was the question GZDR asked me earlier? It was about the TV. Did you have to, Tony, did you buy a sound bar? Or using the built-in speakers? I'm using the built-in speakers. The built-in speakers are really fucking good. They're way better than the shit I had before. Like you hear the bass and shit rumble and everything. But I'm gonna get this Bluetooth thing Carlos put me on to check that out.
Well, it's not a sound bar. It's a Bluetooth speaker for
It's a speaker, yeah.
music or whatever. I mean, yeah, I theoretically, I think you can connect your TV,
Yeah.
but
No, but I'm happy with the way it sounds now, you know, because again, I live in a little apartment. I'm not trying to have like.
Yeah, you're not trying to be like everybody else in the project.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, I'm about to do something with my TV right now. Hope it doesn't fuck anything up.
Oh, what you do?
Okay, good. No, because I saw it dim a little bit. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, probably because it was still on.
Yeah,
Does
okay.
it have a screensaver?
Yeah, most
Oh
of
shit! I
those
forgot
do.
about. Oh, I don't want this shit burning to my fucking screen.
Yeah,
just
most
realized
of the
that.
biggest screens, they all have, like mine has a screensaver and it'll go into screensaver mode.
Yeah, that's probably why your television dimmed, because they just, you know, most TVs do that.
Yeah.
Then
Is
Wait
it
a minute.
QLED?
What the hell? No, it's not. Hold on a second. I just realized I don't need to have second screen on because I'm not streaming right now. Fuck this shit. I forgot about that. I'm not streaming. Let me save my TV. Anyway, Carlos, you could jump in, but I'm fucking loving the TV. It's fucking legit, man.
yeah, man, it's my fourth 4K TV. Not to brag, but
Hey.
but I mean, I have an OLED TV, an LG OLED, also from 2016, and I freaking love that thing. But I wanted to get the HDMI 2.1 because, you know, getting future proof, and everyone talks about how the CX is you know, probably the best TV for the price, for all, you know, to future proof it for at least a couple of more years.
Yeah,
And
man.
yeah, man. I'm since next gen's coming right around the corner. What is it? Next week? Is that almost?
Yeah, next.
Officially?
Actually, it's not next week. It's the week after that.
Well, it's next week in a couple of hours. Well, no, for you it's next week because it's already Monday.
Oh yeah, it
It's
is next
Monday.
week. Yeah,
Monday.
So,
Lunes.
you know, I'm getting the Series X. I'm getting the PS5, and gonna play. They talked about this. They talked about this like last week or 2 weeks ago. Master Chief Collection, 120 frames. I'm there, day one.
You need that HDMI though, bro.
Mm-hmm. So, well, it's gonna come with the consoles. The
Man.
2.0, 2.1.
So isn't it weird how, like, in a weird way, my PS5 is going to take more advantage of my TV than my fucking PC? By the way, this TV showed that I need to upgrade my fucking PC. My 1080 can barely hang now. It's
Yeah.
fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah, you can't do 4K 120 on that.
Yeah. Oh god, no.
It was Watchdog Legions that made you realize.
Yeah.
Mm.
This shit is crazy, and I'm loving the TV,
And
man.
the TV has FreeSync and G-Sync.
Excuse me.
Oh wait, yeah, you don't have the 2.1 output on that your graphics card on that, do you?
No, I don't, because
Wasn't
the 10 series doesn't have it. The 30 does.
I'll put it like this: most of the world doesn't, because the only NVIDIA graphics cards that can do 2.1 are the 30 series, and those things sold out within half a second when they came out. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to upgrade whenever I can, but I'm in no rush. I got my Series X, I got my PlayStation 5, and I should be good.
And you got that, and you got that NVIDIA card coming.
Oh no, I I don't know which one you're talking about because I ordered it twice and I got 2 orders and I got screwed over twice. Essentially,
okay.
Yeah.
I don't.
One got canceled. One got canceled, and the other one they told me was indefinitely delayed. So I told them just cancel that shit. I don't want. And they
So what the fuck?
Yeah, there's like it could get there by Christmas. I'm like, you know what, man? This shit is reflecting on my credit card. Cancel this shit.
And the rest of you guys, I mean, Brett, he's already good with 4K. So is Adam. Manny, I guess.
Upgraded before the new.
No, I'm the only. I'm the. Let's just call a spade a spade. I'm the only poor motherfucker on this show.
Hey man, I'm not rich, motherfucker. I just know how to save my money, you know.
You just got yourself a new TV and 2 consoles.
Well, I'm not rich though. Get out of here. I just know how to save my fucking money. And I'll be honest, the Rona has helped because I haven't spent shit. I haven't spent anything. I don't travel anywhere anymore. So I'm like, again, Manny, we were talking about. I'm looking at my bank. I'm like, damn, where's all this fucking money coming from? I was like, because you're not spending it, bro. And plus, I'm not gonna say nothing about your boy. I'm going to be very busy this month, so that's even more money, you know?
There you go.
I'm good, but I'm not fucking rich. I wish I was rich. I wish I was paid off like these fucking assholes on Twitter claim I am, you know?
Yo, man, you got all that money?
Yeah.
being sponsored and shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah, your boy's still living in the projects, man. We ain't living like that, you know? You just got to know how to be smart with your fucking money, you know?
Remember, Mobb Deep still lived in the projects even when they had a hit record. So
That's it, you know?
Queens Bridge, what?
Yeah. You just got to be smart with your money. That's all, you know?
Are you sure it wasn't
No,
it was 50 Cent?
No, it was Havoc and Prodigy. But then Prodigy moved out, but Havoc stayed. He was like, fuck, he stayed in the same project building, same apartment, didn't give a shit. It's like, I'm not fucking leaving. And it's crazy because then everybody knows you got that money. That's the issue.
They'll probably beat him up.
Hey, Manny, Sketch says that you're out here with a 5-inch black and white TV.
Yeah, man. On top of the refrigerator, you know.
You already know.
You know. watching the novelas on the.
Yo, if you're Latino, all of you motherfuckers had that shit because I did too, man. Back in the day.
How you get the best reception, and it's out of the way. It's not on the counter. It doesn't take counter space.
Yo, I watching fucking Chapulín Colorado and shit, man. You already know.
That was our grandmother. She had for years she always had the black and white television on top of the TV.
You already know, man.
It's
Jabbo. There you go,
the fridge,
yeah. Yo, I'm telling you, I had a fucking black and white TV even when I moved to America. Like I think I had my first like color TV was like in the early 90s, like 1990 or something. Like I went for a long time. I was in Transformers in black and white, even in America. You know?
Well, I mean, the thing about it is like, you know, back then it's like if you were poor and you couldn't afford I mean, you were living large if you had like 2 color TVs in your house.
Exactly. So,
yeah.
Tony
and that black and white was a hand me down too. You know.
Yeah.
You know how that goes, man. Shit is crazy. All right, man. Good stuff. And I don't know what Chris is gonna do if he's gonna upgrade to 4K or not.
He was remember he was texting us about, you know, when he was at Costco. I think he was thinking about it.
Yeah, I think. So, yeah, he was. Wait, didn't he buy this shit? I don't know if he did or not.
We'll need to text him.
Yes, we would.
Guadalupe.
Chris.
Guy says my grandpa had the TV radio and we was like looked on as the rich folks. Yeah, if you had both of them, like, you got both of those motherfuckers.
That's you, man.
All right, man. Next up, Mr. Ricky San Juan, the only one. No. So he answers 2 questions, but they're actually the same. So I just combined them into one.
Let their powers combine.
Yeah, it's a hypothetical question, people. All right. How much would somebody have to pay you for you to give up gaming for an entire console generation, 6 to 7 years?
500,000.
500,000?
Maybe 500,000 is fine.
After taxes.
That sounds right. A little less than 6 figures a year.
Yeah, 500,000 after taxes.
After taxes, yeah, that's that. Yeah,
that is the key. Man, taxes will rip you up. Yeah, after taxes, that's how much.
500,000 after taxes is what I make right now a year, probably, or something bullshit like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say give me a fucking million. Because like, hey, I've been actually losing my job for 6 years.
Yeah, that is
and
true.
the emotional trauma and shit.
But if you're smart with 500,000 with that, if you're smart with it, if you invest.
Oh yeah, you could make millions off that shit.
You could definitely. And you're saying just consoles, right?
Yeah, just no, everything, even PC, nothing, Adam,
Tony,
nothing, no gaming at all, not even handhelds.
Well, you
nothing.
you can stop gaming, but you can play Star Citizen.
Hey, because that game is coming out.
Call back.
So yeah, I'm gonna $1 million. I'll do it for sure.
Yeah,
I'll put that money into some
is
shit.
definitely.
Hell, fucking yeah, 1 million. I'll do that shit.
Yeah, I'll give me 2 million. I'll never play a fucking video game ever again.
Oh shit, is like that.
Yeah,
but the problem here is, how do they enforce that? How can they verify?
Adam, it's a hypothetical, man. You don't have to think too deeply.
But I wish it was like remember Indecent Proposal? That one is shit. That was straight to the point, and there was a way you can prove it. It's like, okay.
Yeah, no. We ain't going that deep, bro.
You give me 2 million, I'll give up on gaming, become the manga god.
Yeah. Nah, I don't want to give up gaming. I want to come back to gaming. 1 million, I'll be good for 6-7 years.
Yes.
And I'll come back.
Just because you've totally given up gaming, don't mean that you can't watch it. Oh,
by the way, you're just gonna ask questions every fucking week. So how was this game? How did you like it?
How was that?
I'm gonna become a fan of Throwdown and shit.
That'll cause depression. Because you see, with all these pro athletes that were pro for many years, then they had to retire. And
well, that's why I want $1 million, because $500, $500, for the money I'm gonna lose, and then $500 for the emotional, problems I'm gonna be having.
They can't play no more.
Tony gives up gaming for $1 million for a generation. You see him on a fucking ninja stream giving them bits.
Right. I'm the motherfucker giving him $10,000.
We talked to you, and you're like, man, now I get it. Now I get why people watch this.
Like, there goes Tony again. He's giving him 10 G's again, man. Keep it going, Ninja. You're the greatest.
When the day comes up that you're able to play, it'll be like the whole thing with Kevin Mitnick, the hacker, when he was banned from using a computer for a ridiculous amount of years. And when it finally came down that he could actually do it, they brought him on G4, Attack of the Show, had him on, and they bought him a new laptop. And they had a countdown clock on the top. It was like down to the seconds. And then when it was down to 0, he turned the power on. Boom! He's allowed to touch a laptop again. So you can do something like that. You can set it up. And you can make a whole website and dedicate this whole big, event around it.
Yeah.
What would be the first game you play then when that happens?
Well, so who the hell knows what games are going to come out in 7 years?
You know it's going to be. You know it's going to be.
I don't know.
It's not. I mean, the one thing about it is.
What, God of War 4? Like, I don't know what's going to be.
Street Fighter. Fighting it. You want that feeling back. That's a memorable feeling for you, playing Street Fighter.
Oh, if we're going to do that, I'll play some fucking Mario or something, like the Origins, you know what I'm saying? But now I want to play whatever's out there now, like Witcher 5 or something, You
won't play Witcher 5.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not.
You haven't even played Witcher 3.
I haven't played The Witcher.
Okay, here's one that could happen. I mean, not could, but I mean, it's more believable than just saying no playing games. Someone says, "I'll give you $1 million not to play games anymore," and they chop off your thumbs.
Well, fuck you.
Or at least one thumb. They chop off your right.
Chill. I'll be like, no, keep your fucking money then.
At that point, that's some Twilight Zone shit.
Yeah.
What's his name? There was a indie wrestler from CZW, and these dudes broke into his house and they tried to chop off his thumb, and they did. They cut half of it off. They were trying to damage his hand, but eventually you knew this because in real life you saw it, and then in the video game when he was put in this backyard wrestling game, you see he had half a thumb.
Shit.
They went into ultra detail.
You could not pay me any amount of money to chop off a limb. No fucking way. Not a digit. Nothing. I'm keeping my.
That's a whole different question, man.
That's a whole. Yeah, you took it to some other level. Brett, are you hearing this shit, man?
Okay, Adam. If you need a backstory, here's the deal. You meet an old man who's clearly the devil at the corner of at a dark crossroad. And he makes it.
Yeah, I would say for me it would be the
Manny, don't cut Brett off, please.
I don't even hear fucking Brett right now.
Oh, damn! All right, that's cool.
I'll restart the shit. Do it, but yeah, I don't even hear him.
Brett, can you hear me?
Fucking Discord.
Yeah, I can hear everybody.
I hear him too. It was just him then.
Yeah, I heard. I can hear Brett. Fine.
Okay, man, can you hear him now? Oh, Brett, say something, bro.
Hello, testing.
Yeah, there we go.
Hey, there we
Okay,
go.
cool.
Damn you, Discord, foiling us once again. Anyway, Brett, continue. The old man
Just
devil.
so Adam, like the backstory is, the magic. It's magic. You make this deal with magic.
Magic.
So
man,
what I was going to say before, for me, yeah, I take about $1 million.
Yeah, $1 million.
I mean, to be honest, I mean, it would be good for me. You know, it's one of the big faults of video games is the big distraction from actual artwork. So it would mean I'd be working more.
Manny, that'll be the easiest one for you. Barely play games as it is. That'll be the easiest one. You know.
Well, I mean,
actually, Manny, with $1 million, you could say fuck cowboys and start your own shit like you've been wanting to. You know.
Yeah, it would mean that I wouldn't need to worry about that part of my life anymore, and I can actually do the things that I want to do as opposed to doing things because I need to keep a roof over my head. What's up?
You know.
You want to be a sailor? Go travel around the world on your boat.
Fuck sailing, man! I don't want to sail around nowhere.
Fuck that. They got water out there, man. Fuck that.
No, man, I don't want to get all of a sudden be lost at sea. Shit, that would suck.
What would you want to do?
Huh?
What would you want to do?
What do you mean?
Like if there's something like this happened, you just said there's something you really want to do. What would it be? I don't know.
Yeah, create my own stuff and not have to worry about not to have to try to kill myself to keep a roof over my head. You know.
Yeah, man, the good life.
Yeah, you know, have a nice place to live in. You know, not have to rent anymore.
Maybe have a throwdown reunion.
Yeah,
reunion in Vegas.
Yeah, or we can actually have a maybe pay for everybody in the throwdown. The show to actually be at one place at one time for a few weeks.
That'd be awesome.
You know.
Well, we're doing that in 2022.
We'll hate each other and shit by the end of it.
Oh no, we ain't staying in the same room, motherfuckers. You get you in your own rooms.
We'll be like in let's just say we live in one place for like a week or something. By the end, we'll fucking hate each other. You know.
That's like if
that's not gonna happen though.
That's like if we were
along, you know.
Yeah, we lived in the same house.
Yeah, we've done it. Yeah.
You're just gonna have to separate me and Adam whenever we get in our scuffles.
Oh shit!
Gang fight!
I remember when Manny and I we went to Atlantic City with our boy Mike and John. Right, we were in this room together. And like, it's 4 of us, and we only got 2 beds. What are we gonna do? And Manny and I are like, you want to share that one? Because we're used to that shit when we go to E3. You know, these 2 guys are looking at each other like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
It's like, whatever, man. You stay on your side, I stay on my side, and you're good.
That's it. Like, okay, usual E3 rules right now. You know.
Yeah. Sometimes you get a room and you can't get 2 beds in. All right, so you just stay on that side, I stay on this side. We're good.
Yeah. Then John ended up sleeping. He slept on the couch.
He tried to sleep on the couch. It wasn't working. And
John always gets the bad end of the stick. Carlos bed. He slept on
New Orleans.
He slept on the floor.
In the meantime, I slept on my own. I'm like, it's like a fucking baby. Well, not like a baby because I was freaking hammered, but.
Especially that first night. Shit.
First night I was.
I mean, doesn't what are you that scared of it? Shit.
No, he was just drunk. Man,
man, I don't want you to touch me in the night.
Yeah. But it's just funny. Mike and John were like, oh, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? like these motherfuckers haven't never slept in a hotel that often. Anyway, man.
Maybe one of them said to each other, "Hey, I like to cuddle during the night. I just do it. I just do it randomly."
Oh, man. All right, man. This I don't know where the fuck we went with that one. Anyway, next up, GZDR once again. All right. Game Pass is an excellent value for the consumer. Would you be in favor? He's talking about throwdown right now. Would you be in favor of posting a chart that explains how a gamer can pay $0 to $1 a month for a Game Pass, or would you consider that stealing from the developers? Listen, we said this before. We told you how you could get Game Pass for $1, but we're not going to be saying that shit all the time. We're not going to advertise it.
Mm-hmm. Do they still do the $1 deal?
Oh yeah, they still do it. We're not going to explain it right now, but we explained how you could do that if you wanted to.
But people also know that they're making their money. They're paid in advance a good amount. It's no different than the artists that are on Spotify.
Yeah,
they get paid a large amount up front, and then they get bonuses based off of a certain number. So say, hey, all right, we're paying you X amount of dollars for, I don't know, 2,000 downloads, and if you exceed that, you get X amount of money bonus. So that's how that works. So don't think that they just put their games up there and crossing their fingers. No, they got some money up front because they know that money that people aren't.
Yeah,
the entire time it's on there.
They probably give them a bottom line deal. You know, kind of like what they do in wrestling, where it's like they have a bottom line deal that they're going to get in this sort of contract. But if they make more, they can make more than that. That's just if the game does well, they're making more. But I mean, the one thing though with Spotify, the deals sort of vary between people, and sometimes the independent guys, at least on Spotify, don't make out very well. That's why you see a lot of these guys continuing, and that's also why this kind of Rona stuff has been bad for independent artists, is because on doing concerts is where they make their real money. They don't make that much money off of something like a Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got to go out there and hustle. And that's what the cool thing with Spotify, when it actually had that section where you can buy merch and then you can look at concerts. So it actually pushes you in the right direction as opposed to having to jump to other sites. But if they can't tour, they can't sell their merch. Not at least not directly. Usually that's how it works.
But yeah, as far as Game Pass goes, I don't think of it as stealing from the developers. Granted, the developers would probably make more money through the actual sales of their own games, but they already have a lot of them have a bottom line deal, and it's often pretty good for them.
It's a case by case basis, because there's some developers that said they probably made more money because their game was on Game Pass. So it all depends on the game.
Yeah.
But no, in general, no, you're not stealing from developers if you're getting the games on Game Pass.
No, if you're bootlegging games, then you're actually stealing from developers.
So, Tony, if I download from a torrent and I go play, is that stealing from the developer?
Yeah, that's stealing.
That's stealing. All right, man. Let's move on to Black Metal Gamer. Black. First question: have you ever save scummed in a game? If so, what games? If you guys don't know, save scumming is basically some shit's about to go down, so you make a safe spot, right? And if you fuck up and you go back and you redo it again to get the outcome you do want. Have you done it? Of course, I can't. Have many times. Yeah.
Several times.
I've never heard that word before.
Yeah, it's called safe scumming. Yeah, it's called safe scumming.
Like recently when I was playing the Little Hope. Those type of Until Dawn games, those you can't. That's it. Because you're like, damn, if I make this choice, my guy gonna fucking die. Oh, he died. Let me go back. You can't. There's no go backs. That's it. Your guy's dead. Start over.
Yeah, that's why I don't like roguelikes. I'm like, nah, I don't like that shit. Like permadeath shit. I'm like, nope, fuck that.
Yeah, I did it in Ghost of Tsushima.
I've done it in a lot of games.
That one is because that one actually has two endings. So if you can actually save at the moment that you need to make a certain choice, literally have a save right at that point. So you can go and see what both endings have to offer.
Well, I'll say this much: I'm doing a review and play of a game that's unreleased, and they put you in certain points right before something big's gonna happen, where you sort of in your mind think something big, and there's a save spot right there, and the little mess pops up. You should save. It's letting you know this is the time to save if you weren't saving before.
A couple of games like more recent games actually say this is the point of no return. You should probably think about saving right now or something like that.
Yeah. It's like it questions you, and then
actually Ghost of Tsushima does it.
It does,
yeah.
They're like right before you're going to take a really long portion of the story, it tells you, hey, if you want to continue, by taking this mission, you won't be, you're going to be here for a while. So you save or you just continue this later.
Brett, I'm going to guess you don't do this.
Save scum? Yeah, I've done it before.
Oh, really?
Sorry, my heater is blasting.
I've
done it before on games like Mass Effect, where more along with that lines of like, I just want to see what happens if I do this. So I'm gonna save real quick and tell him to go eat a dick. That did not go well. Okay.
That's it. Reload.
All right.
I was
yeah.
actually surprised that Ghost of Tsushima actually let me save at the end of the game like that, though. Like I usually most games don't like to let you save at that point, but like, you know, like there's always some sort of gate in the way, right? Oh, you can't save here, you can't save there. But for some reason, the game decides, okay, yeah, they're like, yo, no, you can save right here. So that's interesting.
Yeah. All right. I guess we all done it. Let's just be real here. All right. Next question. This one's kind of interesting. If you could have a replica of a video game house, castle, mansion, whatever, built in real life, what would it be, and what part of the world would you place it in to live in?
Ooh.
I kind of don't want to live in a video game house because most of those places don't have fucking bathrooms. Like, I mean, look at Resident Evil 1. There's only one fucking bathroom in the whole game, and it's in the mansion on like on the first floor. So you got to go to the bathroom. If you're in the lab, you have to leave the lab, solve the puzzle, run through the friggin' sewers, and do the guardhouse, and then like, oh, there we go, and it's only got one toilet, and the sink was all filled up. Oh no, there's two bathrooms in Resident Evil. Sorry, the guardhouse has one.
I don't know. I guess I'll do the.
Oh, I got mine already.
The cyberpunk world and put it just in the middle of like fucking Nebraska or something. Just some.
So you want to live in that city?
You want to live in Night City?
Yeah, I mean, I'll visit. I'll just we'll just have one place in the U.S. that's just fucking crazy like that. It'd be pretty cool.
My answer is kind of weird because it's an actual scientific thing that's going to happen eventually.
Oh.
I want the Citadel from Massive. It's an O'Neill cylinder basically. So I want to live in an O'Neill cylinder in orbit on Earth. That'd be fucking dope, you know.
That'd be pretty crazy.
So yeah, the Citadel from Mass Effect, aka an O'Neill cylinder.
Do you want the mass relays also?
No, because I'm just one structure. You can't live on a mass relay. You know, got to be some place where you can live. You can live on the Citadel. You know. What about you, Adam?
It wouldn't even be that far. It was FIFA. In FIFA, he plays Alex Hunter. He has his story mode, and he lives in this awesome apartment, huge screen, nice big space, a balcony down in North London. It was beautiful. So I was like, damn, I loved it. Every time I would go into the house area there, his apartment, I'm like, shit, walk around. I'm like, this is dope. I was like, yeah, that's where I would like to live. So,
I thought Adam was gonna say, yeah, I want the fucking the soccer court from FIFA and put it in my backyard.
No, he has his apartment.
Honorable mention to Lara Croft's mansion. That'd be pretty fucking dope place.
Too big, and there was nothing around. It was
no, there's a whole big gym set and shit.
Which version of it? If you're talking the PlayStation one, that one was pretty.
No. I'm talking about the latest one from the newer games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one's pretty dope. But the one from Underworld was pretty good too. The game before they remade them. Yeah. That was good too because every game she kind of gets it's the same mansion, but it's always reiterated. You know. Okay.
With the butler that you can bug.
Yes, gotta have the butler. Gotta have the butler.
I'm really surprised that, and probably Chris would have been the only one to say it. Would be the apartment from GTA with the high rise because I mean he put a lot.
Adam, that's my third runner up because that's actually the first one that came in my head. I was like, Tony, get more imaginative, man. Mm-hmm. The one in downtown LA, hell yeah, man.
Yeah, that was
dope. Mm-hmm. Manny, what about you? Video game? Oh, you say you don't really care about that.
No,
right?
I wouldn't want to live in a video game.
There's no bathrooms, right?
There's no bathrooms, and they're usually not designed very well. They're usually like,
true.
Okay. They're not really designed. They're designed to be game levels, more game levels than actual places to be.
Yeah,
there's only.
You don't want to live in the castle from Bloodstain.
No, like if you think about it, like in Bloodstain, in order to climb the steps, you need to jump over some steps.
Yes.
Castles were hard to live in. And people did it, and it's just I've been in tours of castles, and to find their commode area that's in there, it was fucking horrible. Everything was horrible. Always cold.
And that was high living back then.
Yeah, that was high living.
All right, Brian, man, what about you?
I'm kind of with Manny on this one. Like most game world is just not places that I want to be at.
All right, Brett.
I'd like my own Fallout vault.
Oh, that'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool, actually. That would be pretty cool.
Brett, I like your answer.
I like that answer too, man.
If you look by yourself and you hear noises, you'd be freaking out. Like that movie, The Bunker. Well, the game, The Bunker. It was like that he had his own little thing, and he was the only one there. And every time he heard something, he freaked out.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's move on. Next question is from another one from Lego Bro. Oh
Lego
boy.
Bro.
Oh boy.
Oh,
What's he going? What's going on?
All right. I'm gonna trust you guys to use discretion on this one. Since it is election season, what political game is your favorite?
Democracy.
Game?
You saw that one? I couldn't touch it, but there is a game that's out dedicated to just the whole process.
I Am Jesus Christ.
Is that a game?
Yeah.
And is that your favorite?
I was a joke.
Okay.
I don't even know if it's political per se.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I can't think of it. Like, I don't think I played political games.
Yeah, I don't Call of Duty. When you had
like that sounds like some shit like Papers, Please. I don't really play games like that, you know. I know some guys are gonna go, oh, Tony, you love Metal Gear. That's not political. That's just a fucking action thing, you know. They're just using like politics as a dressing, but it's not a political game, you know.
If you have to kill a world leader to alter things, then it gets political. Like Call of Duty, you do a lot.
See,
of that.
the thing is, like when I think of political, I think of like actual real world shit, you know. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm fighting that would make Metal Gear Solid 2 a political game because your last boss is the fucking president, you know.
Well, Black Ops should have real people.
Well, Barry brings up a good point. Like, for example, Mother Russia Bleeds. Like,
oh yeah,
those games, the Call of Duty games are kind of political because if you think about it, they're pro-America. You know, they're anti-communist in a lot of those games are.
Yeah, you can see it like that, I guess.
We just don't think of them politically because we all kind of agree on those kinds of
it's like America, motherfucker, you know? I get, you know what? I'm just going to take the easy answer. Even though I don't think they're political games, I'm just going to go with Metal Gear. Because they do have political undertones in them.
Yeah.
So there you go. What about the rest of you guys?
I mean, the Call of Duty games are pretty political.
Yeah. Call of Duty.
So I'll go with that.
Yeah.
All right. Brian?
Ooh, I kind of have two answers for this. One, because I've not put enough time in it to like truly have that much fun, which is the Tropico games. So with
those are political,
Tropico,
yeah.
You literally play as a dictator, just being an asshole if you want to, and all stuff. And the other game, and this is the part of the show where Brian makes Tony mad. Metal Gear Rising.
Yeah, because it has a president in it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That game was that politician.
Shit, Tony, we played one recently.
Which one? Oh, Division.
Do you think the president? There was a mission where we had to go and get him.
But does that? That's what I'm saying. To me, I'm like, just because it has a president doesn't make it political. You know,
we're picking a side. We have an agenda.
I don't know. I don't really consider that political.
Because we're supposed to be freedom fighters, if you think about it. But then no, we're activated. We are sleeper agents that activate to go in and pick a side, which is to protect the president or go against the president, depending on the group.
Yeah. I don't know, so it's a weird question.
But there are some games that are just boring political. There's this one, Democracy or something like that, and it's out on Steam now. And that's all it is. It's just politics.
Yeah. Yeah, there are games that are full-on political, yeah. Brett, do you have anything, man?
Not off the top of my head.
Yeah, we're not really
particularly like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't say. Oh, go ahead.
BioShock, but
I guess
think of in a good way instead of a ham-fisting way.
Even I don't consider BioShock political either.
It does have political undertones.
Yeah, but I'll accept it, you know, because it's a tough question for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, good question though, man. All right, and the very last one of the night from Mr. Bob Hits again. Now, this one, I was talking to Manny earlier. I think we've answered this before. So I guess we could give a truncated version of it. What steps could Sega have taken in the past for it to continue making new consoles to the present day? Again, I think we answered this before.
Yeah, maybe we talked about the 32X and all that other stuff that happened.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. Their time was done, man. Sega, and you guys know me. I fucking love Sega, right?
If they would have listened to Sega America and made those choices,
that would have helped. That would have helped for sure.
Definitely helped, and they wouldn't have rushed all these other bullshit consoles.
The thing with Sega is they came from an era where, and Sega perpetuated this, obviously, very arcade focused, right? But as the 90s went on, arcade came out of fashion and all that. But no, Adam, I agree. If they had listened to Sega of America, they could have been more viable, at least longer, Actually, you know what? If they would have kept Thomas Lindsay, he wouldn't have made blunders like that,
If that would have happened, I don't think we would have had a PlayStation.
No, you're right. We probably would have happened, Adam. We would have had a Sega PlayStation. That's what we would have had, which is the best of both worlds,
That would have worked. It would have been a Sega, just like how we have the 3DO and it had Pioneer and Gold Star. It would have been like that. It would have been Sega, but done created by Sony.
Sony, yeah, it would have been a Sega PlayStation. That would be fucking dope. Again, we're talking like I'm pretty sure we answered this before, bro.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I think that's gonna do it for us. So yes, again. Next Gen November, people, new contest running for the entire month. So every single week of November, we're going to be giving away a free Next Gen game. If you want to enter, head over to our Twitter at Throwdown Show. It's a pinned tweet. All you got to do is literally reply to it with the hashtag TD Next Gen November. We're going to grab somebody at random and announce one every single week. The first 3 Thursdays of the month, and then the last Wednesday of the month. That's when we're going to announce people. But obviously, check our Twitter for updates and all that other stuff. Contest is worldwide. Doesn't matter where you are. We got you. And what's the other typical question we always get with these contests? Carlos, I'm forgetting it off the top of my head.
What was the question again? Sorry.
No, one of the things we always get asked about these contests is a worldwide, and there's another one.
It's worldwide. And
contest ends every single Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
So that's the cutoff for that particular that we really get. That's what I was. We only need to apply once. Just reply one time. That's it. You don't need to do it. If you don't win the first time, you may have a chance to win again 3 other times. You only need to apply once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're go ahead.
Yeah. So you don't need to keep every single time we choose at random. You don't need to resubmit to be put on the list. You're already on the list. We're just removing the name of the person who won.
Yeah. So basically, everybody has 4 chances to win. Which is pretty cool. Which is pretty damn cool. And yeah, that's going to do it for us, man. So thank you for watching and listening. Follow us on Twitch and Twitter. Subscribe to us on YouTube and join our Discord. You can follow us on any podcast app by searching for Throwdown Show. And you can visit throwdownshow.com to listen to past episodes. Links are located in the description below. Once again, I was your host, Tony Polanco. And tonight I was joined by Emilio Lopez.
See you later, guys.
Oh, Chris isn't here. I almost forgot about that. Carlos Romero.
Hey, take care, everyone.
Brett Murdoch.
Some real people.
Adam Vale.
I'm currently playing my game of the year.
Oh shit. We will talk about that.
You're reviewing Pork Snacks?
Oh, spoilers! Shut up.
I already know what Adam's talking about. And Brian Manjoma.
I love seeing just how many games have been delayed from December because they're scared of Cyberpunk. It's so funny.
All right, guys. We'll see you on Thursday. Later.
Later.
Deuces.